welcome to the Quantum Field Saturday training. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited that you're on the call. This team continues to mushroom and explode. Steve, Gina, myself, we just got back from Aruba and we had an amazing time. And Quantum Field totally like dominated Aruba. I think we were 75% out of Aruba and 9 out of 10 of the top 10 earners were out of the Quantum Field organization. So you're in the right company at the right time with the right team. And we are so happy that you're here. Steve and Gina, are you on?
Yes, we are. We're here. We're super fired up. I got my Aruba shirt on.
Yeah, baby.
What a great time we had. And I'm telling you, we did overtake the trip. Boom.
Yeah.
Field.
And we had an incredible team little games that we played, like treasure hunts and scavenger hunts.
And our team won.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I will say that the top 3 teams were all heavily seeded with the Quantum Field teams. And it was great fun. I mean, that's what it is. And by the way, that's just the beginning. All right.
Yes.
That's the first trip of many trips that you're going to be going on for a lifetime. And we're just excited for every one of you. So timing is right. You're right. That was just our first trip. So you can imagine where we're going with this. It's perfect timing for you to get set up to win in a big way.
One of the things that I loved, I don't know about you all, but breaking bread with everybody and being able to sit down and network with all the different people, getting to know each team. And we're going to get to do that again. The 3 of us are coming together again with the whole Quantum Field team. We're going to pack this place out for the This Is It convention. Yes. And so if you want to be able to hang out and interact with us and break bread together and meet other people in your team and in this organization, then I really encourage you to bring people to the Tampa event, to This Is It. Gina's holding up the enrollment form. And I love what, Steve and Gina taught me this business, and Steve and Gina beyond being amazing, which they are, as you guys all know. But one of the things that Steve was very clear in teaching me is that it's all about promotion. So yes, the 331 system is set up for you to win, which is to get you doing money-making activities a little bit each and every day, as opposed to trying to do everything all in one day and then taking the rest of the week off. This is totally different than a 9-to-5 job. Building a network marketing organization, it's not about how much you know, it's about what duplicates. And then one of the things that Steve and Gina really taught me was about promoting. And so the person who brings the most people to This Is It, their business is going to explode. So I don't know about you, Steve and Gina, but my goal is to have more people than anybody else in the whole group.
Yeah. And I saw, and Onyx is calling Gina saying, I need more of those sign-up pads. So that should be you doing the same thing, all of you that are listening today. And I love, I hope you can see this. And Onyx is really good at, like, did you just see or hear what just happened? Yeah. But I love the fact that, we taught Onyx what the potential this business can have, and took her by the hand, but now she's our sponsor. That's so we are too proud of ourselves to have her be our sponsor. And like, she here is got the fastest growing team, the biggest organization, but she's humbly saying, hey, I learned this from Steve and Gina. So you can see all of our hearts that we wouldn't be telling you to do anything that we don't confidently know you are gonna win in a big way. So when we talk about this,
we're doing it ourselves. That's one of the things I love about Steve and Gina. We're not talking about something that we're not doing. We're not saying I'm doing 331 every day. If you guys don't know, I go to hot yoga every single day. You guys, every day I find somebody to do 331 at hot yoga. Last night I went to a yoga. It was on South Beach, and they did a full moon yoga party. Guess what I was doing there? 331. I'm patching people at the full moon yoga party. So you'll find people everywhere. But what you're going to find in this organization is that the leaders know what's working. They're teaching you what's working, and they're teaching you what they are doing. And that's how you will become a success. But one of the things that Steve said, actually, when we all went out to dinner when we were in Aruba, he said to the team, which is so right, it's totally different if you're sitting in the This Is It conference and your heart is open and you're receiving the information and the data. It's going into your brain. It's going into your heart. Your life is changing. And then you go home and you try and share what you experience. Yes, it's like playing the telephone game. Your team will get to feel a little bit of it, but it's completely different if they're sitting next to you and they've had their heart open and their brain open, because they get their own vision of what's possible for them instead of what's possible for them through you. So it's huge to be in those seats, to bring people, and it's going to be a life-changing event. And we're going to get to break bread together as well. So I love the fact that we get to interact and sit down and network and talk with everyone. And it's a beautiful time to be together.
And I'm telling you, Quantum Field has had the best opportunity meetings. I loved Reggie Stewart on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Home run, baby. My new line. It'll work if you got stem cells. Boom! Yeah!
I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's simple. It's simple. Have fun and keep it simple.
And it's exciting to be on these calls when you have guests on and new people. So that's exactly what you got to be doing to make this happen. Like Onyx said, we're all doing this together. So let me pull up a couple recaps of what exactly we're doing and what's happening over the next couple weeks, so that you're up to speed. All right. Of course, we can't wait to hear Harvey and Verdita. They are on their game. By the way, they're the third highest ranked, knocking on the second and moving on to so I will say, and by the way, these guys hosted an incredible party for their upline sponsor, that Ken and Lynn Robinson, that just hit the highest rank. So that's
they did that while we were in Aruba, right?
Yes. They had
incredible. Your business keeps growing. It's beautiful to see. This is what residual business is all about.
Yeah. So that's coming up in a second. Guys, our goal is to break 100 more senior directors, and we've got a game plan coming up in a second. But right now, we're still rocking in a big way. And that's what our goal is today, to have the right attitude and the right mindset for you to get to senior director. Go get this manager thing done with. 2 right, 2 left. They got to be a silver above on 1 sleeve auto ship. You've got to be a gold on 2 sleeve. If you're brand new, get with your friend that puts you in here, or just go to the Build 331 website and you'll see a graph exactly what you need to do, and just start making it happen. We've never seen, it's the easiest conversation we've ever had with anyone when we say we've got technology that can reactivate your own stem cells. Everybody stops what they're doing all the way to Aruba. They want to hear exactly what you're saying. So it's very interesting. Then you're going to go director. How's a director? I mean, if you thought going manager was simple, all a director is a manager on the right and a manager on the left. Of course, you got to have an extra personal, but this is not complicated, and it's very easy that you can get this done. Why do you want to go director? Because now you can make over $2,500. You can make up to $2,500 a week in the binary part of the comp plan. So you want to get this done and have that sense of urgency that you're going to be taught today to make it happen. And then in 90 days, now you could, as long as you set the goal, like I'm going to do this in 90 days, a lot of times people get it done in 60 days or 30 days because they set the goal. So you got to make sure you write down when you will be a senior director, and we encourage you to get it done sooner than later, but for sure is a doable 90-day goal without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Because we are all breaking records on how many senior directors that are being broken. And once that happens so quickly, like we just broke one in about a month. Okay. Tommy and Ingrid just did it in a month. So they proved that it can happen. So the fact that it's happening right now, just recently, is exciting. The way you set yourself up for success is to put 20 personals to the right and 20 to the left. Why do you do this? So that you don't have to push your goals on your people. When you have 20 personals right and left, and by the way, do not just look at a leg if there happens to be some people in your leg. You take responsibility of your own leg, because you don't know those people. And the company pays you more for your own personal. So get that done, and you set a goal. Look at this daily goal. Like Onyx just said, talk to 3 people a day, follow up with 3 people, and point them to a Zoom or present to them from this presentation we do every week as well. That's on the build331.com website.
This particular type of business, you have to prioritize. So I was going to say, hey, Monday, your boss hands you this big stack of folders and said, get it done by Friday. What are you going to do? You're going to get her done.
Yeah.
This type of business, you got to prioritize and do your 3-3-1. Even though you might think to yourself, oh, wow, it's not moving. All of a sudden, it's going to shift and your whole business is going to just go booming. Trust us.
And set a weekly goal, which is, I like 3 people in a week, because this is so different, so easy.
3 personals.
Yeah, 3 personals. And the reason why I say this, bring it up, is because I was meeting with our friends from Alabama, Missy and Bobby, a couple weeks ago. And she said, when you told me 20 right, 20 left, I thought, oh my gosh, this sounds kind of difficult. But when she started talking to people about stem cells, like Onyx says, it's the hottest topic out there. Forget wellness. Everybody since COVID has been more proactive than they ever have with their own health. So when you tell them that you've got a product, and did you know that your stem cells become stagnant, everyone's listening and they want to sign up. So you can set this goal of having 3 people in a week, and then you have a monthly goal of 13. Now, this is what I suggest, but you can set whatever you want for a goal. But if you set a goal, when you set that goal, at least the process starts happening because you've got a goal set.
And I wanted to say too, how Onyx created the 3-3-1. She didn't do 30-30-10. She made it realistic for each one of you. So you stay the course. That's the most important thing. Staying the course, staying on the track.
Don't get lost. And that's been one of the things that was really hard for me when Steve and Gina taught me this business. I had to put blinders on because it's real easy to get distracted into other people's conversations that have nothing to do with where you're going. You want to stay focused. When I presented at the DSU, one of the things that I shared was that in the last 20 years, there has never been a network marketing company in the United States of America that has done $10 million or more a month on more than one product. It's always done on one hero product. So stay focused on the X39. It's more than 80% of corporate's total sales. There's a reason. And we got an amazing testimonial from Mark Dickey this morning, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And it was about,
I want to hear about it.
Yeah, it was actually about the money. And so it was somebody's life had been changed, and I think they sent us a picture. Mark sent us a picture of the last 4 weeks, and it was, I don't know what the numbers were, $350 and $250 and $450, and then I think they made $950. And Mark said it's just amazing because not only are we able to touch people with better health, but we're now watching, they're doing the 3-3-1 system and their finances are changing. That's life-changing for people as well. So you have all that you need to help change the world one person at a time. And the last thing that we have here, which is worth more than all the money in the whole world, is this amazing community of people. Because there's nothing like network marketing. People share their secrets. Everybody wants to see you be a success. And we all work with each other to help each other succeed. We cheer each other on and we work with each other. And actually, didn't we set up a special meeting, a leadership meeting at This Is It?
Yes, we do. It starts at 4:00. So all senior directors get to be there. So we encourage you to, that's our main
Senior
focus is
directors
going to
and
be
above,
senior directors. And the next,
And above.
we want to break another 100 between now and the convention in the next 90 days. And you're going to be there. So you might want to just plan, because you're going to do it. Plan on being there at 4:00. 4 to 6 is going to be senior directors on that Friday.
Yep. Fantastic.
Now, I wanted to tell you real quick, this is our schedule. I'm not going to go through all of it. Everybody should know and your team should know, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we got English meetings. You can see Friday is at noon. The other days are at 8. Thursday's the Spanish at 8:00, and the Spanish makes up how many percentage, Onyx?
It's like 32 or 34% typically of a network marketing opportunity in the United States. And we don't even come close to touching that. So if you have Spanish friends, huge opportunity.
Yeah.
Is that why you're learning Spanish?
Sí, yo quieres hablar español.
Okay.
Mucho dinero.
Yeah.
Señorita.
And then every
Let's teach you
Saturday
another
like
word.
this, we've got our meeting. And I want to just help you on this. A lot of times people get messed up, just like when Onyx was kind of wanting to make sure you stay focused. They hear the same meeting and they think that I don't need to go on there because it's the same meeting. No, you want your goal is that you're breaking people and setting them up to win in their own franchise. They will not win if they are not plugged into the weekdays and the Saturday. Now, I'm not saying they have to come on every opportunity meeting, but we are. You could do what you want. It's only a short presentations and the Saturday. So when you don't have people on there, then you're not growing and building your business. So the only way they're going to go on is when you're on. So don't get messed up on trying to think you want to learn something new. Everyone is telling you the same thing in different personalities. Your goal is to just keep putting the people on and run them numbers up of people that are on there. Do not miss that, because that is a point that people do miss. They're like, oh, I know that already. No, if you don't have a ton of people on there, you don't know. So that is.
And I think there's two other things, Steve. One of them is when you hear the same thing over and over and over again, but it's said in a slightly different way with a slightly different personality, it gets into your head. And that people call me all the time, like, Onyx, I can hear you in my head. And I'm like, that's perfect. And so all of a sudden they're speaking the things that you're hearing all the different personalities talk about. If you notice, the Quantum Field team is not the Onyx show. It's not the Steve and Gina show, because we have so many great leaders. And I want you to learn from everyone. Everyone has something wonderful to offer. So you want to be on those so that you're figuring out how you want to speak. It brings your confidence level up to actually get on there and join these. It's totally different than a traditional business.
So there's the schedule. Okay, we talked about This Is It. We'll talk more about it, but I will say that this is it, and it's going to be incredible. So make sure you get your tickets. Hotel rooms are already booking up very quickly. And I wanted to just say one thing real quick about this convention is we had an opportunity meeting with Dr. Tony a couple Mondays ago. We had over 1,000 people on the Zoom and 200 or 300 people on the YouTube, because we had to send everybody over there. And everyone was so excited, texting me and all of the leaders saying, look at what we've done. That is what we want to do here on This Is It convention. This is not Onyx's convention, Gina's and mine. This is our team.
That's right.
Every one of you's convention. So if we set a goal to pack this house with thousands of people, all of us are going to have our businesses explode. So take this together as a team, and let's plan on really setting a number. What's your goal as to how many people you're going to have at This Is It? All the info is at thisisitconvention.com. Here's where
this organization is all about team. We go together. Steve and Gina have been saying over and over and over again, we're business partners. Let's lock arms. We go together. So we're saying, let's go together. Show up with us. Bring your team.
Obsessed with your success. We're all obsessed with your success, and we want you to be obsessed with your team's success. Yep. Here's the ways that you can connect with us. If you haven't got on our Facebook page, make sure you're on there. Quantum Field X39 team Facebook page. Join that. All the replays, by the way, are done on Onyx's website. So we're going to be talking about this. I'm sure startx39.com is our team product website. There's no other team that has this. No other network that I've ever been at. I had able to have this. I always dreamed to have my own product website with no networking appeal.
Safe place. Yes.
And that is why we're having so many doctors and very high-end prospects, because they just want to know, how does the Start X39 work? And then we've got our sample envelopes and our build331.com site that you can purchase them through to get to Vistaprint. And this is where all the training and all the things that Verdita and Harvey are going to talk about today, you can go on here to get some more information on exactly what they're saying. So I'm excited about what's happening. We'll come back to you with some more updates in a little bit. Go ahead.
So,
Gina.
hey, we are so excited. I'm telling you, this couple, they are absolutely amazing. My mentors, when we had our white party the next day, she said, hey, where can we go eat? And I said, my house. We got lots of stoves, lots of ovens. She's the first one in the kitchen, man. She can make some amazing eggs, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But such a support, both of these guys, amazing leaders, teachers.
And fun.
And we are so fired up to be business partners with these guys. And I'm telling you what, they are on their move. Yeah. So help us welcome Harvey and Verdita Monk. Welcome to the teaching. God bless you guys. Thank you.
Tear it up.
Wow, thank you for inviting us today.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, guys. Can you hear us pretty well?
Yes, we can. Excellent.
Hey, guys, even though you guys were physically in Aruba, spiritually, we were there too. That's one of our favorite places on the planet, with that breeze that always comes through. That is so good. But I want to welcome everyone who has joined this training today. We have awesome leadership. I always say it's an adult game of follow the leader with Honest, Steve, and Gina. And I tell you what, I want to just thank you guys for allowing us to be part of this team. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Ken and Lynn Robinson, and as well as our team. We want to thank you guys for saying yes to partner up with you. And now before I leave, I want to just give you a quick nugget. You're going to hear a lot of things today, but listen for the nugget that moves you to action. And once you move to action, I guarantee you the best is yet to come. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my partner and my trainer who trains me every day, Miss Verdita Monk.
Wow, thank you, Harvey. Thank you. I tell you what, Harvey, said all those great things about me. But first of all, again, thank you, Gina and Steve and Onyx, for leading the way and paving the way for all of us. But I will say that Harvey and I we are a team. We work this business together, and as you can see, Harvey has a dynamic personality. So he meets no strangers. He actually brings most of the people to the team, and then I'm the one who really gets in there and does the training, the administrative things like that. So I want to narrow what we're going to talk about now today to what does it take to be successful in a business like this? I think it all boils down to mindset and leadership, but because there's so many aspects to that, I decided to use the subject, the ABCs of building a successful business, because there's so many things. I don't want to leave anything out. So I'm going to have to, go through this pretty quickly so we don't miss anything. So let's start out with A, stay active. To be active in this business, you need to make sure that you maintain your monthly subscription. I highly recommend at least 2 sleeves per month. Why? Because if you're a single person, you definitely want to be on the product, but you don't have anything to share if you don't have an extra sleeve. Not only that, if you're active, if I'm speaking to the people who want to make money, I'm speaking to the people who want to be successful, you must stay active because you don't get paid. All your points are going to flush. But if you're married, like Harvey and I, you need at least 3 sleeves. Why? Because we need our own supply of the X39, but we don't have anything to share if we don't get that 3rd sleeve. So just think about that. Everybody's, can do what they can, make their own decision, but that's just a recommendation. A is also for avoiding distractions. We live in a busy world. We've got TV, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we have all this social media, we have all these friends that are calling us all the time. But you know what? You have to decide to avoid any type of distractions if you're going to move fast through this business. Let's go with B. B starts in building your belief in the product, the company, your team, but mostly yourself. Believe you can be successful. You have to believe in order to be successful. C is for consistent. Stay consistent with plugging into the calls. You heard about all the calls. We have so many opportunities to plug in that call, but don't get on the call without a guest. Be consistent in sharing the product with people. That's why we have the Build 331 program, so that you have a game plan. Be committed. People feel it when you're committed. I can really literally be on the phone with someone and know when they're not committed and when they're not all in. Be coachable. C is also for being coachable. Find a mentor that you trust and follow their lead. And when you have a leader, they are sharing things with you they know will help you to be successful. That's why I say find someone that you trust. And therefore the people on our team that are being coachable, trust me, they're the ones that are hitting the ranks faster. Communication, you guys, this is a big one. Communication. I'm not talking about the basics like forwarding text messages and stuff like that. That's important. But what I'm talking about is the level of communication that inspires other people. People really look for inspiration. They look for someone that they can talk to and how to move forward, just asking questions. But that communication and encouraging others is very, very important. We've implemented something on our team called a welcome call. And I've encouraged everybody on our team, when you have someone that joins the team and they say, look, I really want to build this thing, then you want to make sure that you introduce them to your sponsor or your mentor. Let's say your sponsor is not plugged in or they're not focused, whatever. There are many people that get into this business and their sponsor is not plugged in. That's not who you want to introduce the person to. You want to introduce them to someone who they know is leading and that they're plugged in and they know what to say. And then so when you get on that phone, you want to find out, do you want to build this business fast? What is your pace? Why is that important to find that out? Because, you don't want to push anything onto people if they don't want to be, pushed. Like if they say they want to take their time. Yeah, I want to build, but I just want to take my time. That's not the person that you know, are calling and sharing all this excitement with. But the people who want to move fast, they're giving you permission to move them fast. Okay. D is for decide to win. Do you know that when you make a decision, everything else falls in place? You know, it's so hard. You know, I'll give you an example. And we've been in this industry, Harvey and I have been in this industry for a very long time. And I always notice that whenever a convention or some type of event comes up, people say stuff like, well, I'm gonna think about it, or I'll let you know. Well, you see right there, they didn't decide. And guess what happens? Something comes up that they can't even come. It just seems that way. But when you make a decision and you decide you know, when they said this is it, convention is here, my Harvey and I immediately went and ordered our tickets. We didn't even think twice about it. But some people don't make that decision. D is also for dreaming big. You guys, you have the opportunity to dream big, and it doesn't cost you anything except for your imagination. And so I encourage you to dream big, because small dreams don't have magic. Listen, E is for excitement, you guys. You got to stay excited. You got to have high energy. Also, you got to have a spirit of excellence. You know, God is our example. God does everything in excellence. So does our founders, David Schmidt. This is why he was persistent, and he took 10 years to develop this masterpiece called the X39. He's excellent, and it's up to us to maintain a standard of excellence. Okay, let me see what else I have here. Expect the best, because expectancy determines the outcome. E is also for excuses. Please get rid of the excuses, you guys. I know you've heard the saying, you can make money or you can make excuses, but you cannot make both. You decide. F is for focus. Focus. Many things are going on around us, but when you focus, you guys, it really is powerful, because when you zone in on something, it energizes you. You do all the other things that I'm talking about on this list, but when you focus, it is just a powerful thing. Fast and furious. Build it fast. If you want to make some money, if you want to go to the top of this company, you really don't have time. You need to build it fast, because guess what it does? It creates momentum. I'll give you an example of what I mean. Listen, imagine all of us know how to ride a bicycle. And when you're riding down the street, let's say you're moving slow on that bicycle, and all of a sudden there comes this big hill. What do you have to do? You have to stand up on that bike. You have to pump real hard to get over the hill. But if you're flying down the street, when you get to the hill, you're just going to fly right on over the hill, because you're already moving fast and you already have momentum. That's the way you want to build this business. If you start out fast, you're creating the momentum, and then it's going to be a smooth ride. It's going to be an easy ride. G is for gratitude, you guys. Be thankful. It generates more blessings when you're grateful. Goals. We can't forget about goals. You got to set goals for you and your team. Set your 30-day goals, 60-day goals, 90-day goals. Even set goals for how many people do you want to take to the convention. Do you realize that the more team members that you take to the convention, that is an indicator of how fast your business is going to explode after you leave that convention? But there's a reason that Onyx and Steve and Gina have this 90-day goal to senior director, because if you come in, for example, as a diamond, if you come in as a diamond, you know that after 90 days, that diamond membership you're not getting paid on diamonds anymore. Those benefits are gone away. So either you have to still be qualified with your membership as a diamond, or you will have had to make it to senior director. And we don't want you to miss any money. I cannot tell you how many bonuses, roll-up bonuses we've received because the person came in as a diamond and the person above them was not a diamond, or they had let the 90 days expire from them being a senior director. So that's a goal that everybody should have, is to get to senior director in 90 days or less. H is for helping others succeed. You cannot get anywhere in this business unless you help others. If you think you can get there by yourself, you're kind of in the wrong business, okay? I is for inspiring others and encouraging them. And also be intentional. I don't know if you've heard of a book by Dr. Wayne Dyer called The Power of Intention. You really should read that book because it is amazing what happens when you're intentional about everything. J rather, is for judge. Don't judge anyone. They say that those you think won't will, and those you think will won't. So you never know who's going to do this. Don't prejudge anybody. K is for knowledge. I say know your product, not to the extent that you can tell every little detail. That's why we have Start X39. But you want to know the product just from the extent of using it yourself. And just, if someone asks you a question, you need to be at least intelligent enough to answer a simple question. Know your back office, you guys. I cannot stress that enough. You have no idea how many phone calls that I have when people are wondering, why are they not still qualified at the rank that they were? Well, and I just want to give you this tip. There's a report in our back office. If you go into your organization, the very last tab is Enroller Tree Viewer, I believe. If you go into that Enroller Tree Viewer, you will see all of the people on your front line. And then let's just give an example. Let's say that you are a senior director and it's saying that you are no longer senior director. What you want to do is identify who are the directors under you. You can put a cursor over them and it'll tell you if they've got 0 points down there and they're, on the left and right. Doesn't mean their points are flush necessarily, but it does mean that either their recurring order is coming up or maybe they did miss paying their order, something. But at least you know who that person is. Click on the person. And once you click on that person and you click on their details, look under orders. It's going to tell you when their next order is due. If their last order was April, let's say 7, when is the day? The day is the 6th. If their order was April the 7th, that lets you know that more than likely their recurring order is coming tomorrow. So therefore, you really don't have anything to worry about. But if they're not on a recurring order, you got something to worry about. You got something to worry about. You're going to either lose your senior director status because either somebody caused that director to lose their status. But it's like a process, and we don't have time to go through all the details, but I just want to encourage you to look at that report. It's very, very helpful. And know also the comp plan. Not saying, once again, we have the Bill 331 website. You go to the comp plan there and study it. Why? Because you want to know certain things yourself. As we are building this business, we're finding that people did not realize that, for example, to get to senior director, you can have 2 directors on one side. They don't have to be on your left and on your right. But that's really significant because that helps you strategize when you're building your team and where you should put your energy and things like that. But just know your comp plan. It's just good to know. That's why we have it, so you can learn it. Leadership, you guys. Leadership is one of the most important things in network marketing. People thrive on leadership. And when you enroll someone, I want to talk about that. When you enroll someone, make sure that you take a few minutes to kind of walk them through the back office, let them know what's important, because it's very important, that they know their back office, because this is where their money is. This is how they sign their people up and all this. You want to identify leaders and within your team, and they have certain qualities that help you recognize who they are. You want to identify those leaders because they're the ones that you want to spend your time with. They're the ones that you're going to, really put your energy into, okay? L is for leverage. One thing I like about MLM, it allows you to leverage your time and your efforts. Notice how Steve and Gina leverage their time by rotating the different leaders to do these calls. They don't try to do it all themselves. They are leveraging their time. And that's what's so beautiful about working with, a large group of people in network marketing. It's a beautiful thing that we have, which is a binary compensation plan, you guys. And that's another way we are leveraging. It is so beautiful seeing all that spillover coming. I know plenty of you people on this call are seeing all these points on your left or points on your right. That's what we call leverage. And this is why I'm so excited about this binary tree that we have. M is for mindset. Develop your mindset, you guys. Mike Hernandez always talks about personal development. We've got the book of the month by Grant Cardone. be obsessed or be average. Read those types of books because it helps you to stay positive. It just gives you that extra edge. So develop your mindset. M is also for making money with others. Make it fun. You know, it is so fun watching team members make $1,000, $2,000. It's just so fun. But I also want to encourage you with the letter M to maximize the moment. If you only understood what you had your hands on, the timing, this company is literally about to become a multi-billion-dollar company. And you want to take advantage of this moment in time to build your team, to put your board of directors in place, because if you don't, guess what? Somebody else is going to go get them and you're going to regret it. Okay. But the earlier you get your people on board, more than likely, a lot of the people out there are going to fall under you. So maximize the moment. And what we said about distractions and all this kind of stuff, you have to take all this stuff off your plate because you will not maximize this moment. And of course, M is also for create momentum. We already talked about that. N is for say no to negativity. Do not allow any negativity to permeate throughout your organization. Also, think about the people that you're bringing on board. I mean, I'm telling you, there are people that I know, and I know they say tell everybody, but there are people I intentionally avoid bringing on my team. I mean, I'm not going to personally enroll them because I just don't like negative energy. It's just too much drama. It's too much. Avoid negative energy, you guys. N also stands for next. You know how they say, no, not now. I mean, if somebody says no, you just say next. But I want to give you an example of something that was like revealed in my spirit a few years ago. And it's a story about marbles. You can just imagine that you have two bowls of marbles in front of you. And in one bowl, there are clear marbles. And in the other bowl, it's empty. Okay. Now, all of a sudden I come by and I dump 5 flawless 2-carat diamonds in the bowl with the marbles. Okay. And then all of a sudden, I stir them up. And all of a sudden, somebody that you know, let's say it's your professor at school, and you're digging in this, you're all of a sudden taking the marbles out and putting them in the other bowl. And then, fast as you can. And he says, let's say he's speaking to me, and I'm saying, he says, Verdita, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm trying to get these diamonds out of this bowl. And he says, those are not diamonds, those are marbles. And you say, well, no, there are diamonds in this bowl. So keep in mind, the reason I know there are diamonds is because, say, for example, I saw Ken Robinson put them in the bowl. I saw it with my own eyes. But see, the professor didn't see that. He thinks I'm crazy because he only sees the marbles. But if you know, all kinds of people like that are going to come your way and tell you, you're crazy. Just move on to the next person. But here's the other part of that example. How long is it going to take you to pick a marble up and look at it and say, is this a diamond? Is this a diamond? No, it's not a diamond. It's a marble. Put it in the bowl. You're going to go as fast as you can, right? Because you don't have time. You just identify the people who are ready and go to the next person. All right. O is for opportunity. You guys, there is opportunity in every conversation and every contact that you have. Just think of the purpose of this phone. Let's say you run into somebody there. I believe you run into people for a reason, and you take that opportunity every time to share what you're doing. Let them know what you're doing, and they can make the choice to inquire more. Evaluate options. Here's evaluate options. I want to talk about customer versus brand partners. Now, we have a lot of, there's a preferred customer program, there's a regular customer program, and then we have the brand partners. I just, when you're bringing someone on board, make sure that you take the time they say, well, I don't want to bill. I get that, but who wants to pay full price? So I'm not saying that, that everybody that joins as a brand partner is going to be a builder, but you never know. And they can say, well, why didn't you tell me? Why? They could have been in a long time ago and had all this volume under them, but just look at your options. Okay. When you're bringing someone on board. P is for persistent. Don't give up. I know you all know the example of Onyx when she was so persistent about bringing Steve and Gina on board. She did not give up, you guys. If she had given up, we wouldn't even be here. All right. So be persistent, because you never know what may change a person's situation. I mean, we've been in situations where, you know, like I'm an extremely busy person. Harvey's extremely busy, and we could easily say no. But things change. I remember years ago when all of a sudden, just like a flip of a penny, where the real estate industry crashed. And I'm an interior designer. So when the real estate industry crashed, all of a sudden, all the business I was doing, like in one day, just went away. So now what? I mean, am I going to continue to say I'm busy? No, I have to, you know. So now when someone came to us with the opportunity, we were open to it. So don't give up. Be persistent when you run into quality people. P is for plugging in. We talked about plugging in. Stay plugged in. And also P is for potential. Don't underestimate your own potential. You guys, we have people on our team that are like 70 something years old, 80 something years old. And guess what? They are not saying, I can't do this. They're some of the strongest people on our team, as a matter of fact. So anybody can do it. Just don't underestimate yourself. Don't let these older people outrun us, okay? Positioning. P is also for positioning. Talk about positioning when prospecting, especially a person who's experienced in the industry. Let them know that timing and positioning is important. P is also for passion. Passion is, let's talk about passion. You know, what is really frustrating is when you're working with someone who does not have the same passion as you. You cannot make a person have passion. They have to, that's on them. So don't waste your time trying to, you know, make someone want it as bad as you. You just move on. You're looking for people that have the same intensity and passion as you. This will propel your business. And it also just makes you feel bad, you know, when you keep talking to the same people and they don't do anything. So passion is very important. You don't quit. Don't quit, because you are going to regret it. This, of all the opportunities that you know me and Harvey have been in, this is probably one of the 2 or 3 that we've seen where, I mean, it's just like the product is just, people are running you down for the product. And then this one is so unique, you guys. You just don't, if you don't get it, talk to somebody, because you're going to regret it if you quit. I just encourage you, do not quit. Keep going. Q is also for questions. I encourage you, when you have questions, use the resources that we have to find answers. And, you know, definitely, you know, your upline doesn't mind answering questions, but try to exhaust your resources yourself before first picking up the phone and always calling somebody and asking them, where can you send me this? Can you send me that? You know, because people are busy. And, you know, it becomes kind of annoying after a while when the same people keep sending you things. So be independent and try to find answers to your own questions sometime. R, this goes along with this. R, respect others, respect people's time. You know, and just like I said, don't put your upline to work for you. You know, when you hear that, a lot of people say, I'm going to go to work for you. No, I'm not going to work for you. I'll go to work with you, but I'm not going to go to work for you. Okay. S is for service to others. You guys, this is the secret sauce. You have got to be willing to serve others. If you don't serve others, you will not be successful. You guys, it's a lot of alphabets, you guys. It's 26 alphabets. We're on T now. T, use your time wisely. Okay, I return a lot of my calls when I'm in the car because, you know, of course I have it on the car or speakerphone or something. And a couple of people have said, you always in a hurry, you always busy. And it's because I am busy and I have to use my time wisely, but I don't have time to just gossip and stuff like that. But use your time wisely and respect the fact that other people are busy. Talent, T is for talent. You have a talent bank within your organization. Be willing to offer your talent, whether it comes to doing presentations, whether it's flyers. Everybody has a different kind of talent. T is for testimonies. Be willing and ready to share your own testimony. Every week, we're looking for new and fresh testimonies. That's the backbone of our business. And if we don't have the testimonies, it does not help us, you know, be able to share with that or, you know, close people. U is for unity. We're in this together, you guys. So, you know, we definitely felt the unity when we were at Steve and Gina's house. It was so much energy and so much unity at that event. V is for vision. I want to ask you this question. How big is your vision? Your vision is what is going to help you decide whether to buy a diamond pack or whether to buy a silver pack, you know, and you'll quickly find out which package you need, because you're going to run out of patches every single day. We see it all the time, but you have to have a huge vision. W is for win. Adopt a winning attitude. It is what, you know, we thrive on this winning attitude, If you have a winning attitude, it is definitely going to, you know, lead you to success, but you have to have that winning attitude. Okay, wisdom. I encourage you to make wise decisions, really make wise decisions. We talked about earlier about, you know, the quality of people that you bring on board. We talk about some of the decisions that you make, you know, within your organization. I don't want to get into any details, but just use wisdom. X is for go the extra mile. Yesterday, I have a partner. This is one of my newer partners. She lives in Los Angeles and she works at, you know, we're on a different time zone. But this lady, some kind of way on her break, because she's the receptionist. So she's busy answering the phone, but in between she'll take a break. She'll call somebody. I live in Atlanta. She lives in LA. First, I had to go patch one lady. Okay, another person this one lived in New York. I had to talk to her. I talked her through patching, and immediately the lady signed up as a silver. She's like 80 years old. And then another person ready to sign up. He hasn't seen any patches, but that's 3 people I talked to her in one day. But you know, you have to be willing to go that extra mile, because everybody doesn't start out having a lot of free time. Okay. Say yes. Y is for yes to success, and Y is also for youthful vigor. You guys, we're going to be so young looking and energetic. Let's have that youthful vigor. And last but not least, Z, zest for life and life way. So you guys, with that, we'll see you at the top. And those are the ABCs to a successful business.
Incredible. Wow. I mean, I've never heard the ABCs put together like that, my friend. And that was just incredible. Every single one of those zingers, by the way, they're going to motivate me and push me through this week to go do everything that I've been doing on a whole nother level because of you, Verdita.
Verdita, if you have this all written up, which I'm sure you do, I know your personality, we have to post this on the quantum field.
Yes,
this is amazing. Please. Very, very.
Well, it's 4 pages. That's
all
right.
It was absolutely fabulous. And I couldn't agree with you more. I felt that unity when we were at Steve and Gina's house. I felt that unity when we were in Aruba. I'm looking forward to feeling that unity again when we're all together at This Is It. There's nothing like being around a group of people that wants to see you win. It's incredible.
Well, I tell you, it was so much fun, and I just feel the unity with this team. I've never seen such a loving connection. I mean, from all the way down. I mean, just family. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's good, and that's an environment that people can succeed in. You know, so often in corporate America, it doesn't feel like unity. It doesn't feel like we're a family. You don't want to spend time with them. Me, I hunger to spend time with everybody in this team. It's a fantastic group of people. And that's where success comes, because you want to be around. You want to plug in. You want to be with each other. Let's go. We're going together. What a great Saturday training. Thank you so much for blessing us.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Incredible. As you were talking, I was having a flashback that I was on the airplane working, and there's 10 flight attendants, and I'm the only one up working. And I would say to myself, it's okay. I'm going the extra mile. They can sit and read their Inquirer magazine and stuff their faces. I'm going up and down the aisle. I'm going to meet people. I'm going to get that, my walk-in. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible information. We are so fired up and just blessed to have you be on our team.
We are. Yes, we are.
Well, we're really excited. And as you said, Steve, we're literally right there at the doorsteps of President Joe Director, hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow, guys. Did you hear that?
It's going to happen.
Okay, let's just go over a little bit of the things coming up. Again, we had Verdita tell us that the book of the month is by Grant Cardone, Be Obsessed or Be Average. It's an incredible book about not only be obsessed with your business, but your entire life. How about your family life? How about your friendships? How about different things that you do in life? Can you be obsessed with that? So I encourage you, we're all reading this, and it's going to, if you get one little point out of a Saturday or out of a book, that's going to help you move forward. That's what we're talking about. So remember, you want your team winning. So by you reading the book and promoting it, they're going to do the same thing. So we all are doing this together as a team, and we get to do this. We love that we're able to have that together.
And we can do it on audiobook, Steve, right?
Right,
yes,
audiobook.
yes, absolutely.
Right. So you don't have to get the book if you all want to listen, like when you're in your car or sitting on the beach or whatever. You welcome to listen to the books as well.
It is an excellent book. I've already started reading it.
Yeah,
it is.
Excellent.
He has a great story. Wow, where he came from, what he went through. Wow, and he pushed through.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
And that's what you're going to hear at This Is It convention too, because we're going to walk every rank in the business at the This Is It convention. So you keep striving to hit the next rank. And I encourage you to be at the leadership training like Onyx talked about on Friday at 4:00. You got to be a senior director. And that is our goal for everyone, to become a senior director. We're going to break it up.
What if the whole convention was filled with senior directors, Steve?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, would that be off the chain or what? Thousands of people. That'd be so cool.
Let's do it, team.
Hey, everybody on here, if you can enroll one person, you can go manager. And you can go manager, you can go all the way to senior director. This is something that is such an easy conversation piece to talk to anyone. But make sure that you get there and you get yourself enrolled, and then you help your team do the exact same thing, because you need everyone there. And this is the website that you go to get all your questions answered and get yourself set up. And we just offered a new program that you can get 10 tickets. So if you want to help your team get them, and then you could sell them to your team, because a lot of people want to do that, we encourage you to get them so that you can help your team get their tickets. Some people just
and they're not refundable, but if I remember right, Gina said they are transferable. Is that right, Gina?
Absolutely. Yeah. So you can go in and buy the 10 tickets and maybe not necessarily have the names quite yet, who you're going to either give them to or save them for. So you can put them in later, but they are definitely transferable, but not refundable.
And remember the letter D we were just trained on? Decide. Did you decide to go to this convention? If you did, then when we're done with this call, you want to go in there and actually log in and grab your seat, because I agree. That's exactly correct. Decide.
Yeah. And once you decide, and this kind of, I mean, you could take this lightly, but I would encourage you to take what Verdita said, that this kind of opportunity with this type of product that basically took 10 years of research, this does not happen many times in your life. This might be the only chance you have to really capitalize on an incredible opportunity that everyone can do, that you could start on a credit card and you can make it happen. So do not take this lightly. And it doesn't matter what you do, whether you're a flight attendant or me as a world champion. I had to be with a coach that had to teach me where I was at and how I had to do to win. Onyx was a real estate coach. So you got to have a coach that teaches you how to get there to make it happen. And then when you've got it, your goal is to get your team there so that they're coaching. And we talked a little bit about coach. I will say this much: whenever you have someone that is winning, the Quantum Field team is the fastest growing team in the entire 19-year-old company. Onyx has only been in for just over 3 years. We've just been in for 10 months. Combine that. Think about what's happening here. You want to be on that winning team. And one thing about coaching is, I already know this from my sport, when you have too many coaches, like if you try to get two coaches, they say different things and you go nowhere. Do not get off the vision of what we're talking about here. Stay focused with people that have your best interest so you can focus and make this happen. And that's what we want to do with everybody at This Is It. I will say that on May 20th, this is going to be an incredible training. We have these on Saturdays, but we are launching a brand new 90-day run to This Is It convention, breaking senior directors. Our goal is to break 100 more senior directors between now and This Is It convention. So there's a couple things. This is the #1 official launch.
And you can see the brand new senior presidential directors on the right.
Woo!
Ken and Lynn Robinson.
And we're gonna have to add Verdita and Harvey.
It's going to keep adding. It's going to keep going as we go. So get ready. This is on Saturday. If any one of you were on the January 7th Zoom that we taught for 7 hours, it was off the
crazy. It was crazy. We couldn't even leave to go to the bathroom. It was so good. It was like, I don't want to miss anything.
So I encourage you to get yourself prepared and have your team on this. And between now and there, you are set up to win with our team, because we want you to know exactly what to do and how to do it. And I want to tell you one more thing. Between now and August 18th, we're going to be doing a This Is It tour. It's called This Is It Tour. Now, it's not just the Steve and Gina tour.
Now, why are we calling it a This Is It tour? Because that's how important it is to get to This Is It.
Okay, so the people that you see across the page and all the other leaders like Verdita and Harvey that are doing meetings anywhere in an area that everyone can plug into. So I'm not saying that if Verdita is going to do a meeting at her friend's house that we're going to send our team to Verdita's friend's house. I'm saying if she happens to be doing one in a clubhouse or in a hotel that anyone can attend, we're going to have all these meetings posted from Texas to Tulsa to California to Florida, anywhere to New York. We're going to, as a team, be posting these so your friends can attend. And the way our team is set up is a total, we want to make sure it's built on integrity. So
That's
everyone
right.
you send is going to get guided, because you know what? The people doing that meeting are going to be sending their team to meetings that we're doing. And we want to make sure everybody gets set up in the right business. But if we are going to pack the house that This Is It, we want everyone. This can't just be a couple people tour. This is every one of you that we're going to fill up this stadium, okay, this conference center. We're going to fill this up with thousands of people, because the more people you and I have there, all of our teams are going to be explode from what we just heard from Verdita.
And that's why it's so important to stay on the same rocket ship of QFT, because it's a safe place.
Yeah.
There are other leaders out there, but I'm telling you, we our business depends on you. We're going to help you get to the finish line. We got you. We got your back.
Yeah, and it is.
Listen, y'all, they helped me get to the finish line. They taught me this business, and I pay attention to Steve and Gina, because these two are royalty in the network marketing space, 100%.
So this is going to be a strategy that we've got, and it's going to be fun because we all get to work together to have meetings and bring people. And we are seeing, I will tell them this, and Verdita will attest, and Harvey will attest to what I'm saying, okay? When we had our get together with David Schmidt at our house, okay, the belief level, the confidence level that we know where we're going, the messages that we heard from David and all the leaders of where this company and the opportunity is going, the unity that we experienced gave us all 100 times more belief and confidence that we are going to places that we've never seen in our industry. So that is very, very powerful. Am I right, Verdita? Can you unmute and tell us what you experienced there?
Oh, Ken, I mean, Steve, you're talking to me?
Yeah, I was just saying to you and Harvey that.
Oh, yeah. We had so much
more belief and confidence that this is so much bigger than we thought.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You know, we met so many, and so many people that you see on these screens every Saturday. And, I was in everybody's face asking questions because everybody brings a level of experience. And, it was nothing like it. We just had such a great time.
Well, one of the things that I noticed is that it's true. You hear that a rising tide floats all boats. Everybody seemed to be on the same level. Everybody was so warm toward each other, and everybody was trying to learn from each other. It was not some people sitting in a certain section. It was open. And that's what I like. You guys open up your house, you open up your knowledge, you opened up your love. And back to what Verdita was saying, what I took away was the letter C. It's be a copycat. It's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. And we're going to copy you guys all the way, not to the top, but over
Write
the
that
top.
one down.
I like that.
We need to add that to the ABCs. Add that to my
Copycat as long as you're copying the right cat.
That's
I
right.
know. I like that. Copy the right cat. Meow, meow.
And by the way, another thing that happened was then a couple days later, we headed down to Aruba, and you heard John and Crystal on the Wednesday night opportunity meeting. I didn't even know they were on my team. All right. That's how fast this is growing. I connected with them, and they actually said, you know, we're not sure in West Virginia, how's it going? I said, you guys have 3 couples here from West Virginia. There's not many people in the entire place here. They got 3 couples from one city or one state. You know? And point is that you connect, and their whole belief level went through the roof when they saw what happened in Aruba. So all of these things.
Fun. I love how he was on it with his hat.
Oh, he's so funny. Sleeping.
He's still
Yeah. I mean, we are going to have a blast together. You can see this, and they're brand new. I mean, they qualified and they made it happen.
Yeah.
So I wanted to tell you that the key is that the reason why I'm excited about this Is It tour on the way to This Is It is all of these things we're putting people in front of folks. So when it seems to me like Zooms are incredible, but the fact when you can look people in the eye and they can get a handshake seems to put it to people on a whole nother level. And that is what is going to go in a major way in Tampa, August 18th and 19th. Yep. So make sure you're on the Saturday so we can lay out this strategy for everyone so they know. We'll have some of the meetings for everybody that's coming up. And it's going to be incredible training with all these SPDs that are on there. And we're going to have more as they break between now and the next 2 weeks. It's going to be wild. Monday night, we've got Diana, Ken and Diana Burke. And they're the park. They're incredible. They're business owners and they're on fire, and they were in Aruba. Okay. And Ken just about beat the limbo expert. You know, he almost beat the guy, but the guy could go almost to the floor on the limbo. So Ken, congratulations. But nobody beat him on the hand. Well, him and Renita could do the handstands. But I will say they're going to be doing the Motivation Monday message as well. So make sure your team is on that right after the opportunity message. So that's coming up. Our next live event is going to be Wednesday in West Palm Beach. You can watch it on Zoom and you can be there in person. And the last meeting at our house was almost 200 people. So we're expecting a huge crowd on Wednesday at the Airport Hilton at 8 o'clock. Get there at 7:30 because we're going to have it on Zoom. Onyx is going to be running the backside Zoom.
No, I'm coming to the meeting. But if you want me in the back of the room running it, I'll run it as well. No problem.
Guys, this is huge. Onyx is coming. Expect numbers, a blowout. It's going to be wild.
That's right.
Okay. We've got Dr. Victor Ginchi, who's going to give a doctor's side of it, why the X39 is working. I spoke with him last night. He's fired up. So get ready and be excited about sending your people here, even if you live in another spot. Everybody knows somebody in Florida. I mean, with social media now, you can meet somebody in South Florida. So it's going to be wild. Here's our list of meetings coming up. We kind of went over them a bit, but take a snapshot, go to Bill 331. You'll see that information. And we're so excited for what we just heard today. Harvey, Verdita,
the ABC.
Oh, yeah.
We are ready
the right cat.
We're ready to make the rest of the weekend productive. And it's going to be an incredible week next week. So get ready.
Yeah. Thank you so much. What a blessing you both were. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to copy the right cat.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
Hey, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Have a blessed Saturday.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Hey, remember, your business center ends on Sunday night. Keep rocking and rolling. We believe in you. And we'll see you Monday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Fire it up, guys. Same link, same passcode. You got this. We love you. Woo. We're so proud of you. And remember, this is it.
Yeah.